Had to ruminate on this one. That is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A lot of mixed feelings on this one. My wife and I watched all four previous movies in preparation for this one. Supposedly the last one, I'm not convinced yet. And yeah, the series is kind of uneven, and Indy has done some weird, gross, problematic things. Also, it's just kind of weird that George Lucas held the entire franchise hostage for so long, and why we got so few movies as a result. Because, he wanted aliens. He just wouldn't budge on that. I get that he's precious about a franchise that he created. I probably would be too, but still, it was just a weird hill to die on. That movie hits differently nowadays. But finally, here we are. This is the first movie in the franchise Lucas didn't help write or plan. The first in the franchise that Spielberg didn't direct. He had scheduling conflicts. James Mangold, for those who are interested. And this is the last time Harrison Ford is going to be in the role. Until what I assume is going to be the inevitable reboot in like another 20 more years. Basically, at this point, Disney has removed everybody that would stand in the way of that, so it's probably going to happen. But is it good? Yeah, it's not great, but it's good. But it's really hard to talk about without spoilers, and boy, there are things to spoil. There's something that happens at the third act, and either you're going to love it or you're going to think it is jumping the shark of all sharks. And there are aliens in this franchise. I personally didn't mind it. Mostly as it hit me with a lot of nostalgia. There's a scene at the end, for example, that it's nice, but it has weird baggage. It's basically convinced me I'm ready for Harrison Ford to retire from the role. I love the guy, but seeing Indy as an old curmudgeon is good for about a couple of jokes, and that's about it. I'm okay with a recast, as long as it's a good one. Don't say it can't be done. We've recast James T. Kirk like 3 times, and there's like 7 Batmen. It's time. There are a few story choices that feel kind of off and even mean spirited, but then they kind of earn their stay, I think. You may disagree. The ending, let's just say there's an easy way that they don't take, and to end it in the way that they do, I feel is very much more meaningful. Usually, like, there's a layer of silliness going on in these movies that isn't really in this one. And even though this is a send-off for Ford, I don't really know how it handles the legacy of the movies. Mostly it just kind of feels like it wants to be over. In a big way, but still over. It's good, though. Just maybe in the reboot he should date people his own age.